I started off by shampooing with Silk Element Luxury Moisturizing Shampoo with Shea and Silk. This is a really, really good shampoo. I've mentioned this shampoo in several of my videos, and I'll leave a link to those videos below. I then followed with the Silk Element Mega Silk Moisturizing Treatment. I've also shown this product in my videos pertaining to my hair. I used it as a deep conditioner. So when I applied this product to Nadia's hair, I just applied it to all of the sections and then proceeded to rinse it out. I didn't allow it to stay in her hair a very, very long time. Because if you read on the back of the product, it doesn't, specifically say, sit under the dryer and, blah, blah. That's just how I use it on my hair. But for Nadia's hair, I just really wanted to apply the product, allow it to work for the amount of time that's indicated on the back of the product, and then rinse it out. That allowed me to at least leave some of the product on Nadia's hair as a way to protect the hair, meaning the residue from the product allow it to remain on the hair and protect the hair strands. Okay, so I'm just gonna start from the back and work my way up, blow drying the hair. I'm taking the clamp off and I'm going to untwist this little knot to begin. I allowed her hair to air dry maybe about 40 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes. I'm going to get my leave-in conditioner and spray the hair, this section of hair. Remove this little piece of hair right here. Kind of work it in with my hand. And then I'm going to get the chi, just probably like a dime size amount, and apply it to the hair, to this section of hair at least. And now I'm going to get the wide tooth comb and just somewhat comb through the hair. I did detangle the hair when I put the conditioner, when I was rinsing the conditioner out. So I'm just going to comb through again just to remove any loose hair that may be shed hair or broken hair. And also to distribute the product. I'm combing all the way down to the end to make sure that I remove the hair. And then I'm going to get this comb again and just comb the ends. Just to remove, as you can see, let me see if you can see that. There's a knot right here. So I'm just going to pull that out. And as I mentioned before, that's the purpose of using this comb with the smaller teeth, to make sure I remove any shed hair that I have combed from up here to the end. And I'm not really holding the hair tight, because when I comb here, I want to be able to pull the hair out. But if I hold too tight, I'll be preventing myself from pulling the hair out. Okay, and just run through here really, really quick. Not too much combing. Okay, so I'm going to gonna pull the hair out and do the tension method and blow dry it like this first, just to straighten it out some, and then I'll come back with the comb and comb through. So we're gonna pull it out on low heat and just blow dry. Okay, one thing I want to add is that when I'm blow drying her hair, you may see me push the hair up like this. What that does is allow the warm air to get in the center of this section and dry that part also. Versus if I just pull on the hair like this, it's somewhat trapping the hair on the inside of the section, so the heat can't get into it because I'm holding everything so tight together. So you'll see me do this and blow dry just to allow heat to get in the middle of the section. And you may also notice I'm not applying heat directly to the ends of the hair because I don't want the ends to dry out so soon. Because if they do, then the longer I apply heat, they're going to get drier and drier and drier, which can lead to breakage. So if they're wet or damp, that's cool. But then when I finish the section, I'll come back and apply heat to the ends. And this part right here, this is the nape area that I showed y'all in that other video. The nape area that I grew out in, what was it, less than 2 years. This is it. So I'm going to treat it completely separate. And the reason is it's shorter than this section right here. So if I don't really pay attention to it, you know, separately, it's just going to tangle up in that section and cause the hair to tangle up and again, which may lead to breakage. And that's the length of it. Okay, so now I'm going to get my wide tooth comb and comb through the section. And as you can see, I'm holding the hair really, really tight. And I'm doing this to prevent when I pull on the hair like this, I don't want to pull and have to jerk on her scalp because it's going to hurt and you'll hear her say ouch or complain. So I'm just combing through the ends. And as I go up, I'll hold the hair and comb through. And I also notice that I'm working my way from the end to the roots. These ends right here, I'm thinking I may have to trim these off, but we won't know until we actually blow dry the hair. Maybe about this much. So what's that, about 2-3 inches. And I'm just blow drying over this section now just to make sure it's completely dry. Make sure the roots are dry. And you want to make sure the hair is completely dry before flat ironing, because if you put that hot flat iron on the hair, on wet hair, it's gonna cause steam, which may cause heat damage. Okay, so I'm just gonna get this section of hair and twist it up to keep it stretched, because if I don't, more than likely going to draw up, shrink up. I'm just gonna roll it around in a knot. And when I roll the hair around in a knot, I try to keep the ends. I try not to twist the ends because they're so fragile and they could break off. So I just keep those straight and just wrap it around really, really loose, and then put a clamp. So I'll go ahead, y'all, and do the rest of the sections and come back to show you my flat iron process. Okay, guys, so we decided to switch up the leave-in conditioner because the Aphogee leave-in conditioner, it kind of made the hair feel hard, and so we decided to go ahead and switch up and use the Creme of Nature, argan oil from Morocco leave-in conditioner. I've blow dried this section and that section with the Creme of Nature along with the Chi, and the hair does feel softer. So I just wanted to include this clip just to show y'all how I'm using the Creme of Nature. So as you saw, I just unrolled the little bantu knot, and I'm just gonna get the leave-in conditioner, shake it up, turn around that in, and just spray on the hair. And not a lot, because you know I did use the Silk Element conditioner, so the hair is conditioned and does have conditioner on it. And also I don't have a lot, so I have to use it sparingly. So I just get that and work it in. Then I'm gonna get my Chi, just a little bit. Rub it together. And then I get my wide tooth comb, some hair in there, take that out. And that's a good point. Always take out the hair that's, you know, in the comb, because it could, if I were to leave it in the comb and comb the section, it could like snag on some hair and pull it out. So I try to get in the habit of making sure I remove any hair from the comb. Then I'm just gonna get the section. Ow. Uh-oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, that didn't go good. Okay, so I'm just gonna get the the wide tooth comb and start at the ends and just distribute the product and remove any possible loose hairs, which it shouldn't be a lot of loose hairs because I've detangled this hair really, really good. But you never know. And then I'm going to get my black comb, remove the hair, and just, do you see that hair right there that's hanging? That's the hair that I'm talking about. I use this comb for, just to pull it on out. And the tricky way that I do it is get the comb and just pull out as far as possible. Okay, so that's good. Just pick it, turn around, Nadia, and just comb through the section. Not a lot of combing. Remember, the more combing you do, the more breakage you may experience. Turn around. Then I'm going to get my blow dryer. Turn it on low. Come on, Nadia. Start up here. And again, I'm getting the hair and holding it tight so I can be sure to straighten the roots. Also, guys, I'm going to use this paddle brush to somewhat straighten the ends out, all the tangles. Just rub over it really gentle. Just a little bit. And just pick my way through. Okay, guys, so this is what Miss Nadia's hair looks like, all blow dried out. And this is what it looks like from the back. Okay, guys, so in the flat ironing process, I will only be using the Silk Infusion as a heat protectant and also to add shine to the hair. Okay, guys, so this is the final section, and I am going to give you an up-close look at my process. So I just unraveled the last section. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is get my wide tooth comb and just pick at the roots because I'm sure they have somewhat clumped together because it's been twisted up in the knot for so long. So I'm just going to pick through the roots and pick down the length of the hair just to somewhat untangle the hair. And then I'm going to get my finger, now that the roots have been separated, and just section off a small section to flat iron. And as you can see, I'm using my thumb to part the section, and then my fingers, I'm pinching the hair and pulling it apart. Because if I were to just do this, it would tangle up at the bottom and also hurt her scalp. So I'm just going to work my way down and just keep pinching at the hair until you get your section. and then flip it over. And now I'm looking at my part to make sure I have a straight part, and I see that I don't. The part doesn't have to be like completely straight, but you want to make sure no hair from this section is crossing over to that section, because if you try to comb it, it'll break off. So I'm just going to get my finger and then pull the hair apart. And that's my part. See, it's not straight, but as long as this hair is down here, that's fine. Okay, so now I'm going to get the wide tooth comb again and just pick at the roots again, just to separate them, because it was a big section when I first tried to separate the roots. And just go down. Okay. And then I'm going to get some of the chi, just a little bit. Put in my hand, and rub it together, and apply it to the section. Really good. You want to make sure you work it in good. The chi is really, really good. It smells good, first of all, but it's really, really good for softening the hair, to allow the comb to glide through the hair. So I'm just going to work it in. And then I'm going to section this, because this is too big of a section. If I were to get the flat iron, I couldn't really get the roots because the section is so big. So I'm going to make it two small sections. And again, just pinching my way through the section of hair to make a part. And there's my part. I'm just going to go through there just to make sure I separate the hair. Okay, that's my part. Put that to the side. And again, just work the chi through this section. Now pin this out of the way. Just work it. Then I'm going to get the roots, get the ends and somewhat straighten them out. And then I'm going to get my black comb, because there are more teeth, and detangle the hair. Just pick through it, because if it's any shed hair or broken hair, this comb will grab the hair, more so the wide tooth comb, because there's more teeth and they're closer together. So just pick through the hair. There's the tangles right there. So I'm just gonna pick them down to the end. And then just comb them out. Gently comb them out. Then just rub over it. And then I'm going to turn around a little bit, Nadia. Get my flat iron, starting at the roots, lay it down, and then go through. So what I'm doing is I'm using this part of the flat iron to straighten her roots, that little side part. So let me show you again. I'm going to do another pass. I lay it down on the roots, clamp it down, and then I bend the hair. As you can see, I'm bending the hair, and that way it puts tension on the hair starting at the roots. And then once I finish that, I get the paddle brush and start at the end and remove any kind of tangles. So I get it, hold the hair. If I don't hold the hair, when I pull on it, it's going to jerk on her scalp and she'll say, ouch. And what I found is if I keep the hair in the center of the paddle brush, the hair glides through better. But if I put it like on the ends, it kind of jerks on it. And I think it's because it's more flexible in the middle. So I just put it there and I just comb up the hair until this paddle brush can completely go through her hair without any tangles. And I just keep doing it, as you can see. Okay, and the reason I do that is because I'm going to get the paddle brush, hold the hair, putting tension on the hair and straightening the hair out, and then get the flat iron, starting at the root, and go through it again. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. Hold the hair, get my flat iron, and just go through. And that's that. Okay guys, so I am done flat ironing Miss Nadia's hair, and these are the results. Okay, and this is the length of the hair. Stops about right there. And this is the length of the hair all pulled to the front. Okay guys, so I'm going to cut about, I've gathered the right side of her head, and I'm going to cut maybe about 1 inch off. And I'll do the same for the left side of her head.
Okay guys, that's about it for this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my mom's channel. Till next time guys, goodbye!